About a length and a half to Burning Passion. Manhattan Avenue on the inside of Kermadec sharing third and fourth. Stratum Star looks to have been on a wide run for much of the race ahead of Tiny Dancer and then Capset. Back behind those down on the inside is Mahaney from Ron's Moss, and then High World peeling out wide, followed then by Just Away Careless. And as Cadelli is going to need a big burst, she's last as they've bunched a little around the turn. In the Carbine Club, Our Vespa's going to be the first for the judge. Straightened up narrowly with on the outside Burning Passion, and joining in is Stratum Star on the outside. He finds the lead a good way from home. Then Capset followed by Kermadec trying to work home, and here's High World coming on as Cadelli. She's got out into the clear with Careless there, the widest runners. Stratum Star down to the 200. He's going to have to be as brave as we've seen of him. He's a length in front of Kermadec coming home, and then High World, Manhattan Avenue, Stratum Star, Kermadec coming hard on the outside. Kermadec raced to Stratum Star, and Kermadec beat Stratum Star by a head. 3 lengths away third.
Only third career start, $260,000 Teofilo Kermadec, named after the Kermadec Trench in the Pacific Ocean. A terrific win, good for Blake Sheen, only day he'll ride at the Carnival Road, the first two. And Chris, you're pretty upbeat about this bloke. You didn't know if it was going to be yesterday, but you were talking more autumn, so you would have been pleased with what happened, obviously. Very promising horse, Bruce, and yeah, and obviously a colt as well. All three of our horses yesterday on the right day were all colts, so I think he's a classic Guineas horse. We've got two to choose from this year. They're both on the same day. So maybe Preferment can win one and this one can win the other, or there might be some others there as well. But he's got a very bright future, and he's a stunner. Guy Mulcaster bought him from New Zealand, and on looks, paid good money for him. Ford Nev, who's been a great supporter of the stable, and it was vindicated his price yesterday. He's a very, very good horse.
Yeah, you don't have to sling Guy, because my mail is that Guy had a nice little win yesterday in the ring when Robbie Waterhouse put up a nice price. Kermadec all up Preferment, so you don't have to sling Guy. But he's obviously he was a dear horse when you bought him for what he was, but you know, sometimes you got to pay extra if you love him, and you said Guy did.
Yeah, you do. You were trying to find these middle distance horses from Australia and New Zealand, and you've got to pay that extra money for them. But when you can get them, it's certainly worthwhile, and it does helps them come to hand a lot earlier when you've got that good type and a bit of substance about them.
Was it a bit of pressure winning the first race? Does that kind of just, you go, oh, sweet, I've got one now already?
Yeah, I don't get very nervous very often anymore. Occasionally, if you get a short price favourite, you do, regardless of whether it be a midweek or a Saturday race or a Group 1 race. But yesterday, just driving to the race, I thought, oh God, we've got 10 runners in, and if we don't win a race, what are people going to say? And I kid you not, that's what I was thinking. And to get that first one out of the way, it was just magic.
So how'd you celebrate? What was the big night out last night for Chris Waller? And
hang on, he told me yesterday, he said, I'm going to be out on the town tonight. He said it's a big night, tucked up in bed at 11.
Let's hear it. What'd you get up to?
We went to the Crown Marquee with Rowan Craigie, had a couple of beers there. It was the first beer of the day, it was sensational. Went back to Crown. And
can you say Crown again or not?
Crystal Club, and Crown looked after us. We had a few crownies. And Damien was there with his crown. And he had dinner at the Crown as well. And no, it was just very, very basic, but you're just drained, and you try and do the right thing and talk to as many people as you can, and I'm appreciative that Damien was there. And it was
runners
fantastic.
In the Oaks?
No, not this year.
And the Emirates next Saturday?
Yeah, we'll have one or two there. I'm Imposing is the main one, and
really?
we might run Bull Point as well.
Good on you, boys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks to Damien. Wish you the best of luck on Tuesday for both of you. It's great to have you on the Sunday Racing Review.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Damien Oliver and Chris Waller, stars of Australian racing, and they were on the show yesterday at Derby Day. Paul Bashar is up next. Hope he's okay.
Rain, rain on my face. Hasn't stopped raining for days. My world is a flood. Slowly I become one with the mud.